Hello everyone and welcome back to Age of Mythology Divine Edition. Today we're going to be taking a look at, Yig.
Πρόσεχε. Βούλομαι.
Έτοιμοι. Μάλιστα.
Yig is a rather unique god in that his bonuses all affect raiding, or at least mostly affect raiding of some kind. The Serpent of Yig is a pretty weak myth unit, all things considered, but it has a one-hit kill attack on villages, where it devours them whole. Let's get to the Mythic Age. Yig's god power also turns units into snakes. This affects 3 normal villagers or 1 Atlantean villager. As you can see, the snakes are nothing to shake at, nothing to turn your nose up at, as they deal good amounts of damage. More than enough to kill an Archaic Age pharaoh. Look at how they're just mangling all of these villagers here because there's nothing to defend. This is an exceedingly good power to rush to, as you can tell, since if your opponent does not have the military presence to properly deal with these snakes, even though they have only 90 HP, they still can pack a punch, so that you can start buying them. So you could buy them for 18 favor, and then proceed to constantly spam them on your enemy's villages every chance you get. It is worth noting that this is not a cost-efficient trade, since you can think about each cultist giving you around 5 favor, so favor is around 10 resources, so 10 food, and you are paying 18 of that. You're paying 180 food in order to kill 50 foods worth of villages. This is quite strong though, if your opponent is one town center, and like I said, if you have the advantage, because then the Yig snakes can start to actually kill quite well. This also does give very efficient raiding. So in combination with Serpents of Yig that hit the opponent's economy, dropping Yig's curse on enemy villages, you can really do a number on enemy villager counts. The counter to this is basically aggression, because Yig does not give anything that is a good military myth unit, or a good fighting myth unit. Yig's first technology, Feeding Frenzy, does make his snakes faster, and it does give them more damage, but they're still not exactly competitive myth units compared to many other Heroic Age myth units. And Guardian Serpents is somewhat of a novelty technology. That allows your farms to train the snakes. You spend 2 favor and get 2 snakes. That's basically it. They're identical to the snakes you get by the god power. Instead of a Voice of Yig, you get a Voice of Yidra, his wife. Voice of Yidra basically have the Nemean Lion special attack. Cultists of Yig can turn into 4 snakes in exchange for 3 favor. So you can also send a bunch of your cultists of Yig forward, turn them into enemy snakes on enemy villager positions. So turn them into snakes in enemy villager positions, drop this god power on top of enemies. I think it has like a minute and a half recharge time, so you can do that every minute and a half, with some Yig snakes, and kill their entire economy so long as they don't have military on that location. And Yig's unique technology for the Tainted Town Center causes townsfolk and cultists to have higher hack and pierce armor. It is significant. As you can see, it increases hack armor by 22% and pierce armor by 19%, but it doesn't exactly make them villager rush material. It's, in my opinion, it's worse than Skin of the Rhino, because at least Skin of the Rhino gives attack. Yig's Ritual is also something of a novelty item, the Ritual of Serpents. I think, wow, that sounds like it's gonna summon a hell of a lot of serpents, and that is exactly what it does. See? Most of the serpents of Yig themselves are relatively harmless, only doing something if they're attacked, but the Yig snakes are aggressive little bastards. It's possible pending balance changes that'll actually remove the serpents of Yig, because when they get aggro on you, they can be devastating on any sort of village account if you use this on villages. See? They've decided to become aggro now. And that's going to be an issue. At least the all myth units of heroes do counter this ritual quite well. But it is a very strong heroic age ritual if you can get it off. Anyways, that's Yig. Have a good